my God.
All right.
Oh my God. This is, I'm not going to scare you. Do your best impression of me and we both have to do it so that you're not terrified. But oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
I know what the impression is.
Oh God. Okay.
No. It's when you are channeling your deep centering breaths and you breathe.
I'm doing it right now.
You breathe through like the sound of the ocean and you look straight through someone's eyeballs, like past their soul, somewhere into the abyss. You're doing it. Yeah, What's your
I love that.
impression of me?
Gosh, Alyson. Baby homeowner Alyson is one of my favorites. You're like, here I am. So I'm changing the light bulb and I'm doing it from scratch and it's totally sustainable. And these are all of the sciencey things that you should know about home ownership. And I am sharing, I'm sharing all of the ways that I'm learning how to adult right now. And I want you to know that you're not alone.
Not changing the light bulb from scratch.
No, but like, or you'll like be doing the electricity, or I don't even know what you're doing.
No, neither do I. For the first series of home maintenance experiences, I wanted to do them myself.
And this. There
Okay.
it is.
All right.
There she is. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you talk with your hands a lot
I definitely
too.
do, but we have a different vocab. Mine are in here. And I feel like yours are.
I'm very much
You're very yes.
the cosmos.
Always, you are always holding the world in your hands.
Ooh.
Oh God.
Okay. Describe the first moment you realized you could fully trust me.
Oh, right. The first moment. I think I knew from our first moments that I could fully trust you by how you show up. I think what I'd like to answer is the moment that I knew that I needed you. I've always trusted you, but I need you. I need you in my life to be who I am fully. I don't get to be me without you. I don't get to be me fully. And I feel like I realized that when I came to you and you held me on the hardest day of my life. And I knew that like, I can't do this. Like I can't take another step. I can't go any further in this life as a human being without you. And yeah, it was when I drove to you after I left my husband.
What do you think is my biggest fear as a public person?
I just feel, I don't know, this could be so far off, but I feel like your biggest fear would be to inflict harm on it. Like your deep fear would be to actually inflict harm on another through something that you've said, done, or not said or done.
Huh.
I feel like your fear is also your gift, which is the responsibility of the spaces that you've decided to take up and the space that you've decided to hold for people. I feel like there's a fear there of like, what if I mess up? What if I get it wrong? What if I don't do it right? What if I inflict harm in places that I was really trying to do good?
Yeah, to add to that, I want to be able to share more of my honest journey, including the mess, because that's beautiful and important. I think you're you're right about not wanting to inflict harm, especially in wanting to be able to be more human
Yeah.
in how I show up.
Right. Because that's the point of the whole thing that you
Yeah.
do and you have created is
Like
to help other people to,
yesterday, so I'm flying through the airport and the person helping check the bags recognized me, asked for a photo. Typically, I would almost like in eclipse shift modes, and it's absolutely, how can I get this quickly? I do have a flight to catch. I'm running a bit behind, but the tone changes, everything changes because now you're like, oh, I'm on. And recently, I've kind of been forgetting that I don't have to be on anymore. But in that moment, I just stayed in my same space, and it was, I'm hoping, plenty friendly still, but it wasn't overly performative. And I still had a moment walking away from that going, did I not live up to the expectation of what they need that interaction to be? What story will they tell? And I shook it off, but it is something that's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you feel that over the decade we've been friends, we haven't really spoken about our families?
You feel like and are my chosen family. And I think our relationship represents whatever family means more than anything else that I've known.
Yeah.
So it's been such a safe cocoon, and it's been stabilizing, it's been inspiring, it's been empowering, that there's a richness and fullness here. I don't know, I guess it just hasn't crossed my mind.
Yeah.
There's something to say too about some moments with people you feel like you need to kind of pathologize and go back and give the context.
Right.
But I feel like I can just start where I am with you every time and say, where are we going from here on out?
Yeah.
And so I just haven't really looked in the rear view mirror a lot with you. I think it's been so present.
Yeah. I think you're right. It's that we get to be the full selves that we grew into.
Yeah.
And it hasn't felt relevant. Like just in the simplest form, it just hasn't ever felt super relevant to our relationship and our growth. But interestingly enough, now that it has come up though, I do think that that's probably going to be part of our curriculum, is going to be getting to some more of those parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's something I still don't fully understand about you?
About me?
Mm-hmm.
About me?
Yeah.
I see you as someone who lives from a place of deep curiosity, and you seek to understand. So if you don't understand, it's because it hasn't been communicated.
Right, right.
And if it hasn't been communicated, it's likely because it hasn't been explored within myself. So I wouldn't even be able to say, because you would understand if I shared, I think. Yeah. The only thing I thought about was like the fact that we haven't really shared much family stuff. But even that, I feel as though you would understand though.
Yeah.
Like code switching, for instance. I do feel like I still do that. My code switching is less racial and more familial, that I shrink and I become really small when I'm home.
Still.
And when I'm around my family. Yeah, I do. And I think that's something, I think that would surprise you.
That would surprise me.
I think
surprise me.
That would surprise you. That's what it is. I think you would be shocked to see. I think you'd be shocked to see me be so small. Yeah. Yeah. I think you'd give me strength, but I think that would genuinely surprise you. Like, wow, really? Mo, who tells everybody that they're enough? You really can just like silence yourself, huh, honey? You really can just like shut all the way down and not say a word. I think it would, I'm going to use this word, disappoint, but not from a strong, I'm disappointed in you. But I think it would disappoint a part of you that loves me so dearly that it would be like disappointing to see that.
I might feel sorrow. I don't know if it would be disappointing, but maybe it would be like,
Yeah, that
like a
makes sense.
solemnness, a bittersweetness of knowing all that's within, but also totally respecting why it's enclosed.
Yeah.
And not forcing anything out either.
True.
I mean, I have the same thing with my nervous system going back to see family in Ohio. I'm just starting to grow out of this, but whenever I arrive, my body shuts down and I lose all energy and I can do nothing else but sleep for the first however long. And I'm so tired during all the interactions. And it's not like the events are that,
intense or
but there's just like a deep shutdown that's still working its way out of my body.
To this day, at 42 years old, with as many things as I've done and experienced and as much growth as I've had and as much as I've overcome and endured, that there's still a place where none of that shows up. And there's a part of me that wants to be saved still.
Of course.
That wants someone to just swoop in and
of course.
And help and make it better.
That's honest and okay. Yeah. Uh-oh.
Ah, shit.
Uh-oh.
We might need 5 more minutes.
Okay.
What do you think is holding me back from achieving my current goals? Shoosh.
Wow.
Oof.
What do you think is holding me back from achieving my current goals? Can I be radically honest?
I expect nothing less.
I don't think there is anything anymore. I think the lane is open. I think the lane's open. You just told me what you did yesterday. I think the lane's open. I think you're ready. I think you're doing it. Yeah. You don't have to keep fighting against an invisible obstacle. Yeah, it's free. I just see an open channel now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that scares me.
I know.
Because I've always fought.
I know. This one's not a fight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I feel the same.
Yeah.
There's literally not one thing standing in your way.
Yeah.
At all.
I am so excited for this season for both of us. Personally, spiritually, creatively.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I am so excited to see what we create.
Me too.
Yeah.
Why am I in your life?
I don't know, but I'm so glad you're here. I can answer and say something about resonance and shared interests. But if anyone feels like soul family, like we've done this, it's you. And And I guess you're still in my life because we both at some point dared to let ourselves be seen and understood and held both ways. And I trust you so much. I trust you so much. I trust you so much. And why are you in my life? Why are you in my life? I don't know. I don't. I'm so grateful. So grateful. You add so much to this human experience. You're an essential part
Same.
of what it means to be alive for me in this form, in this lifetime.
Same.
Yeah.
I can't remember or wouldn't want to imagine what my life was without you in it.
Yeah.
And I never feel far away from you, no matter what.
Ever.
No matter what.
Yeah.
And to be trusted is the most magnificent gift.
Yeah.
You helped me to trust parts of myself that I developed to be trustworthy. I developed those parts so that you could always be safe. It grew into this. It wasn't always like this. I grew to be someone to hold that forever.
I feel that too.
Because it was important to me.
If this were to be our last conversation.
Oh, God. Keep going. Because I thought about that. I was like, never. But go ahead. If this were to be our last conversation.
What's one thing you never want me to forget?
One thing I never want you to forget is that no matter where you are and what's going on, that even if we're in these bodies or not, that I'm always here for you in every iteration of you. Always, no matter what, in this lifetime and in all lifetimes, throughout time. You are never, ever, ever alone. And there's nothing that you can't bring, ever. From now until the last of days.
Same. I love you so much.
So stinking much.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's literally no one I'd rather sit here and
For sure.
and ask the hardest questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for asking.
If you enjoyed that conversation and you want to have more of those with your friends, go to theskindeep.com/shop where you can get the Friends deck. Enjoy.